Hello and welcome to another NFoxtv video. So I've actually recently bought a BMW M140i again, and one of the first things that I need to do is to install the full screen CarPlay. Now this car actually comes with CarPlay on this particular model, unlike my last one where I had to install it from scratch. So yeah, I won't be running through installing the Wi-Fi antenna or anything like that. There are other videos online if you're needing to do that element of it. So this is solely installing the full screen element to the CarPlay itself. So the process to install the full screen CarPlay has actually changed since my former video on this. Previously it was just a case you'd have a file on a USB drive which you plugged into the center armrest, and it would all run through automatically for you. Now not too long ago BMW released an update to the ECU which basically prevented anything executing from that USB port. So as a result we now have to use one of these cables and a computer to install it. So I'm working again with Carl at Define Coding, so he's hooked me up with everything I need. As a new customer, once you've signed up, you'll get an email come through as well as a cable delivered to you with a list of instructions to run through to get this done. Now, I've never done this before, so I'm just going to go through live with you, so what you see is what you get. So let's run through the instructions as per the email. Now, the first thing you're asked to do is to download the Feature Installer EXE. Now, this is a Windows only application, so you have to excuse me, I'm not typically a Windows user. So I've already gone ahead, downloaded this, and it's on my desktop already ready to go. Then you need to disable all of your antivirus software. Again, I've gone through, switched all of this off, and they do stipulate, to make sure you have got a steady connection to the internet, because obviously any dropouts and stuff like that could cause an issue with the install. Then we take the cable they supply, we need to attach that to the Ethernet port, and then plug it into the OBD port. Then ask to start the engine. And it says to leave the car running for at least 2 minutes before you go any further. Okay, so that's been 2 minutes. It now asks you to run the feature installer on the desktop. So let's launch that. Now it asks you to put in the code. Now you'll get a unique code sent to you by Carl at Define Coding. So I'm going to put mine in now. Then goes validating. So that is showing that the feature code is valid. Asks you to click continue. Okay, so then it asks you to click Find Vehicle. So it's found the vehicle, shows up the VIN number there as well. Then you've got to select identity. So it does mention in the email, it's running through lots of different checks and everything else. It does say just to keep an eye on it, just for any errors or anything like that, just so you can, note those down. But that all seems fine, so I'm guessing the next thing is to click Start. So I can actually see on the screen here versus what's been sent in the email, it says about running phase 1 of 3 and so on, and just to keep an eye on that, just to make sure that is going through and completing. And again, just making sure no errors or anything else like that pop up. Now, whilst it's running through this third phase, one thing I have noticed is the iDrive itself is kind of gone through a number of different restarts and so on. That is supposed to be normal. Okay, so that says process complete success. So I click exit on there, disconnect from the car, and already I can see I've got the full screen Apple CarPlay running. So that's it, as simple as that. I must admit, when I got the cable through the list of instructions and so on, compared to last time just plugging the USB drive in, I thought, this is a bit more involved, but actually that was so simple. That is just the first time I've ran through it, and what's it taken, 10 minutes if that. So if you are interested in getting full screen CarPlay for your car, I'll put Carl's details in the description below. Otherwise, thanks ever so much for watching, and stay tuned for plenty more videos to come.